Okay, let's talk a bit on life insurance today. I believe most of us, we have some sort of life insurance policy, and perhaps maybe the covered amount is not substantial, or it could be a substantial one. So whenever we want to think about death or disability plan itself, why do we want to buy it in the first place? Maybe let's look at, if today you are a single individual, you don't really have a dependent, and you don't really have anyone to take care of. So why do you want to get a death or disability benefit itself? So we look into death and disability. If let's say today we pass on as a single person without any dependent, there's no spouse, maybe your parents do not really depend on you or for income. But we do not also want to make them a burden. If let's say, for example, you met into an accident, you lost both of your legs, for example. If we think about total permanent disability, if we lose both of our legs, this is where we think of that it will be a major change of lifestyle from that day on. I may not be able to work in the same profession. I may not be able to work for forever for that period of time. So this is where we need to think of, if I'm a single person and I do not want to be a burden to my family members where they have to take care of me from that day onward, because I'm no longer a normal person and I may have special need. That death and disability will be able to pay out that amount to you so that it could finance you for the next few years in order to make sure that you will be able to get up again with your life and carry on without burdening your family. So another thing is, if today we have a family, you have a spouse and you have kids. So we need to think of in the longer term, where what happens if, let's say today as parents, we have double income in the family, is sustainable, and we are able to enjoy a happier lifestyle, or maybe even to fund education for our children. But let's say, for example, suddenly unforeseen circumstances, you have passed on, or you have met in a very terrible accident where it has changed you and you are permanently disabled. This is where the money itself can be used to actually help your spouse to continue to sustain the family, take care of your children's needs, such as their future education, their living expenses. Even if, for example, if let's say your wife is a housewife, for example, she's not working, that payout will be able to fund for her living expenses up until maybe your children is mature enough at the age of 18 or 21 or even 25, until they start working. Then that is where we need to plan for your insurance policy. A lot of times, whenever we buy an insurance policy, the agent could just quote you 10,000, 100,000 payout for death and disability. You won't question them like, oh, is this amount sufficient? Is this policy the right fit for me? I would say it's more of doing a lot of discussions and also to understand your personal finances, which is why it is very difficult to say there's a one-size-fits-all kind of policy. Everything I do is to custom-made, just like tailoring, custom-made the suit for you, because different people will have different needs or different backgrounds or family structure itself. All right. So if you have any questions, you can leave it down in comments section. And thank you. See you in the next video.